peace and happiness. Hi, loves, I'm back. I'm gonna do tarot in the shadows. I really thought I had my Oracle of Shadows and Light here. Oh, I do. It's right there. I don't think I have allergies no more. I think this is like a head cold or something like that, but it's showing up very much like allergies were. My nose is going crazy and I've been blowing it a lot. So if it looks red, that's why. Anyways, if I blow it, then so be it. What do we have going on in the shadows? Whenever you find this message. Oh, I hate that sound. Okay. And I have my handy dandy ointment in case I need it. So, what's the energy for a tarot in the shadows message at this time by Divine Design? And that's the card. And we have, ooh, Death and the Maiden, card number 28. Invasion, boundaries violated, dominance, Lord of mercy. Somebody is overstepping the line. Somebody had no respect for boundaries. They just have no respect at all, I heard. They just have no respect at all. Let's get a selection from my handmade oracle cards and see. What is the dominant energy in this? Why is the Death and the Maiden here? Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. And then the thing of it is, it's a skeleton. And the girl's not dead, but what's on her is a skeleton. Interesting. They want me to go into the book. Hold on, let me get the book out. I didn't think we were doing that, but they just cut me off and they said, yeah, just read it from the book. Okay. Fine. Lord of mercy. Card number 28 from the book. What you gotta say? 25. 28. About Death and the Maiden. A leering skeleton is looming over a beautiful, naked young woman and doesn't seem to have any idea of how its presence is affecting her. It's not aware of and is not interested in her response, her reality, or her needs. The skeleton represents true death, the relentless ego, and is way too close for comfort. The vulnerable young woman is cowering and feeling herself frozen as its unwanted hand touches her. Death speaks. I am full of needs. I am hungry for life force. I need to be close to this young one as she has all that I long for and all I have not created for myself. I will simply hover about her and take from her that which I want. Her warmth, her energy, her emotions, and her beauty. She is an extension of me. What I want, I will take. And I love her too, very much. So much I may just consume her entirely. The maiden speaks. I thought this was love, but now I can see and feel that this is invasive. It says it cares for me, and yet it just seems to want to take from me. This no longer feels right. But I feel helpless and vulnerable. What can I do? How do I break free? And what if what it says is true? That it loves me and I am fearful for no reason. There's a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all while blind as this skeleton to the truth. Or it may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have drawn into the drama and color and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you are now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in respect. It is time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected, and more respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people will only draw closer, cling harder, and convince you that you have a problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to go all the way to the flow. Lord of mercy. Okay, so death in the maiden, an unhealthy relationship. Somebody is taking too damn much, and somebody is tired of giving and realizing, like, this is not good for me. This is not what I want to do. This is not who I want to be. Okay, let me see what else we have. Show me what's really going on in this energy. Show me the dominant energy for our Tarot in the Shadows session tonight, please, and thank you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence, praise in all our days. What is the dominant energy we have here? Oh, buying in bulk and content. What's at the bottom of the deck? Can't trust shit you say. I heard, so you already know you can't trust shit somebody say. Buying in bulk came out with the heart of the universe and spirit chakra. So I see on one side table, this looks like one side of the table. You just accept everything as it comes and you're very connected to the universe. Let me see the other side. With content or content, we have enthralled. And life is an upward moving spiral. You continue to come around to the same space with growth and evolution to arrive in a different head space. And then we have, what I've got to do is more important than me and you. Purpose, honey, purpose. And then we have, see the success of it, not the stress of it. Okay. Honestly, what I see is it looks like you're in a situation that you've been in before. That's what I see. When you got into it the first time, it really helped you touch into your spirit. And you didn't even know in the beginning, at the outset, that it was going to turn into this type of elevating experience. Somebody here is really stuck. And part of what's going to help them figure out what's been draining them is the fact that your purpose is calling you very strongly. I see that. But somebody don't want to let you go. For somebody, this death is literally somebody that is dead. Lord of mercy. I might start sneezing. I can feel it. Anyways, I'm ready to go if I do. It kind of went away after that. All right, let's see. What's the perfect tarot spread for our message today, Lord Source God? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. What's the loud banging outside? Lord of mercy. Okay, whatever this is on top, that's our spread. And it is as above, so below spread. It's a 7-card spread. Okay. The 7 positions will talk to us about where you stand, as above, so below, the thoughts in the light, the thoughts in the shadows, the actions in the light, and the actions in the shadows. We're going to start it off. I want to go into the heart's hidden secrets first. That's what I want to do. I missed you today. How was your day? I hope you had a good day. Our channel is just growing by leaps and bounds. You guys are awesome. I really thought I was going to be able to go live earlier, but I ended up with the client booked, and then I ended up with some other personal errands that I had forgot I needed to take care of, time-sensitive stuff. So I got everything taken care of. And I was like, I'm gonna go eat. Let me go make me something to eat first. So I got some food. And yeah, here we are. And now it's like a whole day out of that. So let me see. Let's get your spread popping. Where you stand. Lord of mercy. Where you stand. Okay, where you stand. Where you stand is shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. We have time at the bottom of the deck. Something here is shocking. It's trouble. It's unexpected. We weren't looking for that. Why are you in shocking? Show me more about where you stand from the metaphysical cannabis oracle, please and thank you. One more. Oh, something shocking has happened. You weren't expecting that. I see two completely different mentalities. I see one person who is so considerate of everybody else and so kind, and I see the other person is really quite the arsehole, and they like to just really only worry about themselves. They ain't worried about the effect that they have on another person. They will take and take and take until there's no more to take. And I've said this before. Where do you stand? Let's see where you stand in this energy. Where you stand coming out with Yewa with guidance. And she's walking in this river. She got a whip and a sword. And there's all these skulls and bones laying up there. Skulls and bones laying up there. So let's see what else we have. We have the, create card. So this is where you stand. If something is dead, it's time to create. That's what I'm seeing here. Bottom of the deck right now, we have the key. Okay. So you got the key, the key, the key. You got the key, the key, the key. The key grants access, baby. You got an all-access pass and an all-access pass. It just looks like, look, either you already put a situation to its end, or you're about to, because the death and the maiden is speaking very clearly. Whatever you're putting in, you're not getting value back, and it's starting to get tiring. It's costing you, it's like the cost is too high. Yeah, your price is way too high. You need to cut it. If you tell me that about my nails, I'm going to tell you, Okay, let me see. Where you stand. Bottom of the deck is magic. Okay, I can do magic, baby. I'll perform a trick for you. Okay, and then we have peace. You're at peace. Let me see some more. I want more. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Oh, yeah, that part. You're not too much. You're in peace. Oh, yeah. I just see this Skeletor over here really look like whoever you are ready, whatever you let go of. Boy, they want you back. Baby, come back. Don't you know I need you, girl? There is something, and I just can't live without you. Oh, boy. Listen, that's not my problem. That sounds like a whole personal problem, Libby. That sounds like a whole personal problem. That don't sound like a half a personal problem nor a quarter of a personal problem. That sounds like a whole personal problem. Where you stand your position, honey. You have the 7 of Wands with valor. You're like, I gotta advocate for myself. I can't just bend over backwards for everybody. The bottom of the deck is the 2 of Cups with love. I love you, but I can't just bend over backwards for everybody. Not even just for you, just because you want me to. I gotta take care of me too. At the same time, up in this Lord of mercy. Let's get some more tarot on this. Yeah, right here. Good. All right, so where you stand. Show me where does the tribe stand with this death and the maiden. Rather than going and doing the whole spread, I want to stick to the one position. Where you stand, okay, thank you. And just layer them as we move through. Two of Pentacles at the bottom and the Six of Wands on top. Yeah, you in victory mode. You're standing your ground. No wonder you're standing your ground. You're protecting your peace. You're in your creative mode. You received the guidance. Whatever gave you the guidance, like you were not expecting that. It took you by surprise. Show me where you stand. Now, this is the deck that I've been using to talk about the other side of the table. So, at the end of the day, like, you're winning. You're winning. You're in victory mode. You're standing your ground, protecting your peace, protecting your position. Because you, like, recognize some things. And honestly, like, you stand apart from others. Oh, yeah, you're not on the same footing with everybody else. Okay, let me see where you stand about this other person. Thank you. The Hermit. Oh, you can't see me. And then you're not allowed to see me. I'm not going to tell you where I live, where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing, or who I'm with. That's none of your damn business, sir, ma'am. That's what I heard. That's none of your damn business. Okay. For some of you, this is about a person that's a Virgo on the other side of the table. That, you know, with this person, like, whatever they did, you didn't expect that to happen. You never expected that to happen. But it was what had happened, and then, you know, you were just like, how do I get my peace back? This is crazy. You said, I need my peace up in this. And so, yeah, that's the moves you made, was for peace. Now this person is, you know, they're on their own. I heard whoever this is, they on their own in this. Y'all ain't communicating. You ain't got nothing to say about it. Yeah. And it's a blank card to talk about what I just said. Hello, you ain't got nothing to say. The Dancer. Somebody took a chance. Somebody took a chance. They should have been careful about more careful. They should have been more careful about the chances they decided to take as where it pertained to the tribe. Like, because now there's nothing there. There's just nothing there. There's nothing on the card. And the blank cards speak to me differently. Today it's coming through like there's just nothing there. Yeah? Let me see, what else can you show me about where you stand? Where does the tribe stand? Eight of Pentacles. You're busy with your work. You're busy creating your art, doing your thing. Three of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You've had a good time. You figured some things out. Yeah, you're connected to a tribe of those that serves you well. You've had some good time. I heard there were good times and there were bad times. There have been both good times and bad times. But right now, you're busy on your work and you're protecting your peace and you're recognizing your value and your worth. And whoever was over there, they can't find you. You ain't got nothing to tell them. All right, let's see what else. We had the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. It was a karmic cycle. It was repetitive work and you got over it. That's where you're at. Lord of mercy. That one came out. Ay, Dios mío. All right. Let's see what we have in the as above position. As above, so below. In case you didn't, now you know. All right. As above, what's above the tribe? In other words, what you got in your headspace, baby? We got sex magic, and stability, and look up. So I see your mind is on higher, elevated things, baby. I see your brain is focusing on elevated things. That's what I hear. Okay, and you also are very aware that when you partner with other people in intimate ways, it creates an energy. So, you know, somewhere you're thinking to yourself, is this an energy I want to create? Maybe that's why you stop. Somebody here, you still basically connected to this person who just really is like Day of the Dead with that person. It's all like Day of the Dead with that person. Being around them and not, yeah. I'm hearing it. Bring it in. Yeah, okay. It's like this. It's like, I am on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. But I can't get off. Okay, so some of here, you know it's an emotional roller coaster. It ain't nothing good for you. But you be feeling like you can't get off. Wow, we got the runner here and possibilities. Free-spirited, adventure, and risk. Listen, yeah, so that's where you were. Now you're just like, in your head, you're focused more on, in the as above position, you're just like, partnership is different. I need something stable. I'm looking to higher things. I'm open and ready and willing and willing to take the risk. Okay, if you, there we go. Will you catch me if I fall for you? 'Cause I'm falling. Yeah, it's like if you gonna catch me, then I might take that risk. Okay, that's the vibe. In other words, if you in this, then I'm in this. If you ain't in this, I'm not in this. Reflection, yeah. Your focus, your as above is on really match. Like you have an open mind. Yeah. You have an open mind. And as above is your advisor is there. You're like, yeah, I trust in the divine. I trust in my angels, ancestors, and guides. I trust in my highest self. I trust in my spirit team. I trust is the key phrase that they keep repeating. I trust, absolutely. And that's your truth. Yeah, Ace of Swords. That's your truth. You know, I get what I deserve with the justice coming out. I get what I deserve. The truth stands tall. I listen to divine guidance. Therefore, I cannot fall. That's what I hear. I listen to the divine guidance. Therefore, I cannot fall. Okay, cannot fall anywhere where you can't just keep on moving, and because they're showing me it's not really a fall, it's more like a, you know, it's like you walking and you do one of those, like where you like kind of, you know what I'm saying? You're like, but you keep going. It's no big deal. You just keep moving like it never happened. Yeah, and you're in peace. Okay, peace, truce, energy. I don't want to fight. Okay, Six of Swords, because you done moved on from the battles. You ain't trying to fight with none. I'm not fighting with these people. And so, you know, you're thinking about a situation where there could be peace and ease and balance. Like, hey, see a need, feel a need. You know, we're going to take care of each other's needs and services. Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. You ain't worried about nobody else's what they thinking. Oh, and you know that anybody from the past is... Oh, Lord of mercy. You know that there's somebody from the past still checking your shit. You seen that they had seen your post. They had seen your story. They had seen something. You heard about it. Yes, okay. That is facts. But yes, I love you. But I digress. I'm going back into self-love. The path I was on was not self-love. I digress. I'm going back to self-love. Yeah. That path over there was self-disrespect. And I'm not doing that no more. And I'm getting what I deserve. In your mind, you're saying to yourself, yeah, partners, it's an interchange of energy. I need stability in my life. I need to keep focused on higher things, on higher source. On the divine, on the spirit, on the higher chakras, not just the lower chakra. See, and then people, they only worried about satisfying that thing in their pants. Their focus is all on the lower chakra, baby. They ain't worried about the higher chakras if all they worried about is getting that thing in their pants satisfied. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Excuse me. And so, yeah, there's this understanding in this that I need to stay focused on the higher chakras. I can't just be only worried about what's going on in my pants. Lord of mercy. That's what you're saying here. As above, in your headspace, you know that this reality is reflecting to you. So anywhere where you've had ongoings with people that focus solely on There's stuff going on in their pants. You're like, oh, and how did I align with that? How did I manage to find that in my mirror reflection when I was looking in the mirror, cleaning the mess off of my face? Okay, the advisor, you asked Spirit about that. When you asked Spirit about that, you had to close your eyes and look at the truth. Instead of look at what was in front of you, you had to look at what was the truth. Once you did that, you laid some issue to rest. You laid an issue to rest. And that issue that you look, the way you fell to the floor though. The issue you laid to rest had nothing to do with nobody else, what they think about you, where they're at, if they're spying on you, checking on you, trying to be all in your business. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You're like, I don't care what they're doing. They have no relevance here. This is about me. It's not about somebody else. It's about me. Yes, because you went into that Ace of Cups stuff. It's about me, energy, okay? And because you're doing that, your eyes above is saying, baby, you're getting it. You're getting it while the getting is good. Get it while you can. You should be getting it. And you are getting it. Okay. Lord of mercy. All right, so let's see what's below in the so below position, please. What's below the tribe in this? What's below the tribe? With family at the bottom, we have let go. So that means because your spirit is there and your mind space is there, your head space is all about it. In the physical reality, it's time to let go. It's time to let go. Let go of restrictions. I heard let go of the inhibitions. Be free. And oh, memories, reminiscing. Dwelling in bittersweet with the twin flames at the bottom of the day. Lord of mercy. So somebody here, I just see you burning something up. I just seen you burning something up to help release a connection you have to another. Oh, Lord of mercy. This now looks like tribe and the dead lover, the dead ex, the dead lover, whoever that is. That's the energy it's looking like for me right now. And this is like, they just flashed me a scene. They showed me this scene, right? And in this scene, somebody here, you had a box of special keepsakes and trinkets and movie stubs and dinner receipts and the card from Valentine's and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that just went and got burnt up in the fire. Okay. Because I'm not mad no more. Now you can burn it in peace. You didn't do it out of anger. Magic is at the bottom again. I love the way this works. Yeah, you didn't do it in anger. You did it to, just as a release. Like, okay, I'm not going to hold you here no more. I'm just going to give you your final release. I'm going to let go of all your stuff too. Society as so below. Interesting. You're not even mad. I'm hearing you're not even mad about the way other people responded, reacted, and the moves that they made, like before you were. And the bottom of the deck is Pandora's box. I feel like a lot of people, yeah, I see that a lot of people had a lot of shit to say. I'm going to say it that way. A lot of people had a lot of shit to say. And they needed to really just keep their mouth shut because it wasn't theirs to say in the first place. Whatever this was that these folks were talking about, it wasn't none of their damn business. They needed to not have nothing to say. You have a say when it's your business, not when it's other people's life. This is like the type, like, let's say there's this person who's constantly lived their life according to their parents' wish fulfillment. But damn, when you gonna live your own life? Because now there's somebody you like here. Your parents want you to marry that person so they can be connected to that family and do business with that family. And Lord of mercy, you're like, I don't want to do all this no more. I don't want to do all this. No, I don't want to marry that person. I'm not in love with that person. I want to marry the person I'm in love with over here. I don't care if they don't got all those business connections, political connections, society connections. Yeah, so in your physical reality, like, you burning up somebody, the box of stuff you burning up is the box of opportunity with the, yeah, see, somebody tried to tell you what to do, try to tell you about your business, got caught up in the media, in some sort of way, got caught up in the media on some, I don't know who you are. Why is your business, why is your personal business all on the news. Was it reality TV? What kind of news show is this that's talking about your personal business? That's wild. At the end of the day, though, in your physical reality, honey, you're winning. You're winning. And you know what? I heard in society is going to have to recognize you anyways. Like whoever this is that thought that they could control your life and decide which way you go and what you do and what your life ends up looking like they got another thing coming. They're finna find out exactly how wrong they been all this time. Yeah, because here you are. I'm going to do what I want to do, independent. What do you know? I have my own thoughts. I have my own mind. I'm going to do that. Okay, because, yeah, we have to remember that somebody violating boundaries. They try to violate their position. Like, hold on, you may be my mom, you may be my dad, I respect you and all that, but you don't get to decide who I have to marry. Yes, some places do that. So somebody, we're talking about your whole arranged marriage. I actually met a young lady like that once. She was supposed to get married to this family at the bottom of that. She was supposed to get married into this family, and the dude was psycho. He was extremely abusive, and like that one card said, controlling and domineering. And where was it at? Hold on, I'm going to tell you what it said. Turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. It was shocking. No, that's not the one. Where was it? I seen it. Oh, maybe it's at the bottom. Before. But anyways, the fact of the matter is it was like that. It was troubling. Yeah. Not a birth. And with the dude was disrespectful, abusive, all that. And so she left her country and came to the United States. And even here in the United States, she had to live low key, because if him and his people find her, they will kill her, she said. So there is no turning back, no going back for her. But that's how she got away from that situation. So in the physical life, most of you, I know it's not an arranged marriage, and I know you're not running for your life and stuff, but it's like, it may as well be. I heard it may as well be. Because, yeah, you had to put yourself in first position. You had to take whatever steps was necessary. And so now in your physical reality, it's like your physical reality is starting to respect the way you respect yourself. Thank you. That was much nicer said. Y'all be rambling and shit. Can you just say the shit clearly like that the first time? Lord of mercy. That's the way I like to hear the conversation. Let me see some more. As below. So what's happening in physical reality? Somebody is leaving. They're getting the picture. They're leaving. Yeah. The death card. It's over. They leaving you the fuck alone now. Yeah. They're not happy about leaving you alone at all. They're crying. They sad. Somebody here, I need to go to the ocean. They feel like the ocean is going to heal them. Meanwhile, here you are sitting up here with your whole house, your whole kingdom, your whole throne. Yeah, no wonder, because yeah, somebody here, they were not in the position really to sit with you like this. This person was not, whatever they wanted, it was not ordained. It wasn't approved by your spirit team. That's it. Why? Because you can't trust nothing they say. You believe their shit in the past, but now it's like, oh, I've been around the wheel a little bit more than once. And so now you're excited because life is elevating, and, you're on purpose. With your purpose, you're seeing success. You're not stressed. Somebody here has realized, like, damn, I can't touch their energy. I can't touch their face. I can't touch their body. I literally can't touch shit. Let me see the thoughts in the light. Your thoughts in the light is... pay attention. I'm going to pay attention. I can see clearly now. And that's it. Yeah, and I can see clearly now. I got all the clarity I need. I can see clearly. I'm not being blinded anymore. Because the mask is off. The bluff is over. You call somebody bluff. Oh, boy, yeah. And you decided, forget it. I'm going to put the family first. I'm going to put the family first. You know somebody tried to trap you with a baby. birthed or adopted or bought, like whatever. They try to trap you with a baby. What's that baby about? Your thoughts in the light are, I'm gonna take care of my family. I'm birthing plenty of things right here. I love having space between me and these types, or me and this person. Okay, you love having space between you and this person. You're already birthing something. Okay, you know you're loved, and yeah, they could have really loved you, but they're gone, and they needed to be, because that whole situation was tiring. Yeah, the audience, everybody just waiting to see your thoughts in the light. You know, everybody just waiting to see what you're going to do next. Lord of mercy. They're waiting to see what you're going to do next, tribe. What you going to do next, tribe? You always shocking surprises. You always making moves you wasn't expecting. I heard you're always making moves you're never expecting. Okay. Let me see. What else we got here? The death card. Okay, yeah. But you recall your power. You know it's over. You know it's over. Hopefully they're figuring that shit out. Okay, what else? Thoughts in the light. I always have choices. I have plenty of choices with the Lover's card coming out. Oh, you know this lover situation is done. You made your choice. Okay, 9 of Cups at the bottom. You're like, I'm good. I'm happy. I have everything I need. I'm content. Yeah, I have my own wish fulfillment here, and my own emotional independence and emotional intelligence. Okay. Show me more thoughts in the light. The thoughts in the light. You know you always had the choice. For somebody, this was a Scorpio in your life. For somebody, this was a Gemini in your life. Okay, your thoughts in the light. They came in attacking me. the Knight of Swords showed up. And it's saying they came in attacking me. I wasn't going after nobody. They came in rushing in, charging at me. What you expect me to do? Don't run at me, because I will hold back and crack that neck. Okay, that throat, that nose, the jaw, the eye. Where are you going to knock them at? They said, yeah, don't come rushing at me like that. You'll get hurt. Okay. That's what you said. Thoughts in the light. It's okay for me to protect myself. In other words, if you're going to rush at me, I can reach back and knock you down. Okay? I could stop you in your tracks. Don't come at me like that, because I'm all in my rights to do that. Yeah, because, you know, I'll take care of myself. I've been through a lot. I got a lot to protect up here. A lot to safeguard. I have plenty of reason to take care of myself. Ain't nobody else going to take care of me. And that's facts. I heard, and that's facts. You know, people like to rush in. You know also that, you know, you have a whole family. That's not going nowhere. You know you live a good life. So you be paying attention to your family and your peace. And you know that a lot of people see you. You know, a lot of people got a lot of opinions. They're going to have a lot of shit to say. And they all are not going to be on board. They're not all going to be on board or above board. I heard they're not all going to be on board, nor are they all going to be above board. So anywhere where it's fitting, you know that it's okay for you to change your mind. You know that it's okay for you to maintain the balance with your family and your peace. And, you know, certain people ain't here no more. Yeah. Anywhere where it used to really bother you to get communication from the dead ex-lover, you're not so easily upset or bothered anymore. I do see that. I'm not so bothered no more. You're more at peace now. You already understand the way this works. And you've already given yourself a release. Yeah, you've already given yourself a release, is the way Spirit gave it to me. Okay, so let's see what's the thoughts in the shadows now. It could get ugly. What's the thoughts in the shadows, please? Thoughts in the shadows. Thoughts in the shadows. Oh, transformation. is in reverse. I don't want to let go. So the fears, and then the shadows. Let me see. Where's it at, tribe? It's the shadows, you know, things you don't want to look at. Yeah. All that. They said, the fears, the worries, the insecurities, the doubts, the unhealthy behaviors and all that stuff. Yeah. Don't want to let go because, you know, for the good times, you've had some really good times together at the same time as everything else that has gone on. It's easy to get caught up in the good times. And I guess when the bad times outweigh the good times is when I'm talking about. Because if the good times far outweigh the bad times, then, you know, maybe it's okay to stay lost in the good times. If the bad times are not so bad, if the bad times don't wrap their hands around your throat and try to take your life, it might be all right. If the bad times aren't them trying to wipe out your bank account and go to the casino, it might not be so bad. If the bad times don't involve bringing you home any type of venereal disease, well, that might not be so bad. If the bad times don't involve trying to destroy your family, your home, or, you know what I'm saying? I guess there's levels to this. Thoughts in the shadow, like, I don't want to let it go. Let me see, thoughts in the shadow. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. I don't want to let it go because then I'll be alone. A fear of releasing, a fear of letting go and walking away because, oh, and then what? And then worrying about money, Lord of mercy. And sex, Lord of mercy. Like, yes, but the sex is so good. A dick too bomb. Bitch, he broke. Dick too bomb. My man ain't shit. Your man ain't shit. Who cares about what the dick look like? Like, ladies, you got to have better standards in this. I'm saying, you bringing all the stress to your life. And then at the same time, it's like, so what if they got all the money? If it's not working, if it's working against you, the point is this. So for somebody, the whole point that they stayed was for the sex. For somebody else, the whole point that they want to stay is because of the money. Because these are the thoughts in the shadow. If I leave, I'm not going to have sex no more. If I leave, then, you know, what about the money? If I leave, you know, I'm going to be alone. If I don't want to let go, I like to hold on. I don't want to let go. I heard, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Why did I hear that? The high priestess. Intuitively, you know, and the swiftness is at the bottom. Lord of mercy. I really can't make this up. Yeah. And in this situation, like, you know, you got to get, I heard, you know, you got to cut loose. Foot loose. You need to cut your feet loose because they trying to trap your feet in this situation. Thoughts in the shadow. Thoughts in the shadow. But, you know, they think I'm sexy and they love me. And, oh, shit, somebody was like, and I'm pregnant. I don't know who you are, but somebody here was pregnant. What was you pregnant with? The human baby, with the business, with the spirit? What was you pregnant with? Oh, Lord of mercy. You were all in your self-love energy. You're thinking to yourself, okay, so now that I got these cards out here, this is what I see. Well, the thing is, they came into my life so fast, and they wanted to bring everything, and they wanted to do everything, and it was looking real good in the beginning. Everything was looking real good in the beginning. It always be like that in the beginning. But, you know, can they maintain that? Can they sustain that? I heard no, and you already know that. You already know that they can't maintain it and they can't sustain it. 1 second, please. Pause. So they came in here real fast. They were attracted to the love you had going on. You were doing your thing. You were in your zone. And they come rushing in, and then you bring them home. You brought them home. And you didn't stop and get to really see what it was all about. You didn't do a proper investigation, vetting, or checking out. I just heard, yeah, and these days you might really want to get a legit background check on these people. before you bring them home, because they just be lying. And the thing of it is, you're like, now you think to yourself, this was their plan all along. This is what they always have. So the thoughts in the shadow was, I can't leave. I can't let it go because, you know, I don't have nowhere to go. I don't want to be out in these streets. I won't have nobody. Ain't got nobody. I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. Lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. That's the energy. And so, you know, and they got all the money, and so damn. Plus they think I'm sexy, and they say they love me, and somebody like, and I'm pregnant. But they got the house, and so, you know, what, did you go to their house or did you bring them home? I'm low-key, I'm seeing it both ways now. Let's see the actions in the light. What was the actions in the light? What are the actions in the light in this energy, please? And thank you. Actions in the light. Actions in the light. Actions in the light. We have crystal technology with silicone and technology. I heard this. Tired of using technology. Okay, I don't know what that song was, but it's an old song. Universal oneness transcend. You knew that this relationship or this connection or this situation before you realized it was a situation was going to be a great way to learn. And it was like, but it happened naturally. I thought, you know, if I connected to somebody naturally or found a situation organically instead of, you know, online dating or through the internet or whatever, I thought it would be different. That was the actions in the light. So you're like, I'm going to do this different. Okay, let me see more. Yeah. Actions in the light. The conflict card was in my hand. And the foundation here. Why do these cards look very similar? Anytime actions in the light, listen, I'm not texting you. If we got a problem, we got to talk about this. This is what these cards with this is looking like right now. It's looking like if we got a problem, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get this handled right quick in a hurry. I'm not letting this play out. We're going to deal with this right now. There was, karma is at the bottom of the day. So, yeah, there's a situation here where it's like, yeah, we're going to have to take care of this right away. I'm not going to go to sleep on this. I'm not going to let this situation just marinate. We're going to have to directly address this situation here and now. I'm not promising to love no faithfully nothing because I don't even think that you be okay, whatever the argument was, yeah, you didn't even think it was. Your actions in the light. Listen, your sadness showed you something. Let me see what else we can come. Your sadness showed you something, and stop in the name of love. Yeah, so your sadness showed you something. We have the stop sign there. Stop in the name of love coming through. Before you break your heart. Stop in the name of love. Okay. So you stopped something. Why? Because there was a concern that came out. Concern came out. Yeah. And the cauldron is at the bottom of the deck. Lord of mercy. It was too hot in that kitchen. You said, let me get up out of here. But also at the same time, somebody, I see you, bro, sis. Well, I see you. And you were like, you know what? I know this feeling. Somebody trying to do some sort of roots, black magic, some brujerias, some voodoo, some hoodoo, some witchcraft, some spellcraft, some whatever the fuck they think they're trying to do. It raised some concern. I heard it raised the hair on the back of your neck. And we are in the actions in the light position. So Spirit is showing me like there's some sort of trigger in your energy. Like for me, I can tell if somebody's trying to do spell work on me because it was allowed to happen one time so that I would know what it feels like. Because I now know what that fight feels like in my brain. And when it happened to me, I was allowed to go through that. So that way I would know if anybody was trying to do it again. And so that way I would know if any of you were ever reaching out to me for a reading and explaining to me a situation in which that, look, and my nose is now, this whole time I've been blowing it and stuff, but it ain't been itchy. Now it's all suddenly itchy because we're on the nose with it. They letting me know. The nose knows, baby. Yeah, so is that what it is for you? Are you like, what's the girl name? In the Bewitched? Yeah, you be twitching your nose. Your nose be twitching when somebody trying to do black magic on you. And then spell work and cursings and all that shit. That's not how it works for me, but this is telling me that you have some sort of way of knowing. And then boom, somebody, it was your crystal broke. I saw you have a specific crystal, and the whole intention is that it let you know. Yeah, it's like you know how to work with intentions for whatever reason, whether somebody else taught you to do that, you did it yourself, you just came up with it, or it said it on a piece of paper when you bought the damn crystal. I see a crystal, and if that crystal broke, it let you know that something bad was going on and it protected you from it. Okay. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I should have, but I did not. Lord have mercy, but I see a sneeze. Oh, where's it at? Oh, maybe not. Let me see. Okay. Actions in the light, actions in the light, actions in the light. Please and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sending me love money. Thank you, thank you, thank you for commenting on our channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay. Actions in the light. The sun. I heard everything that's done in the dark must come out in the light. You address conflict straight up. Oh, this is like that time. I just see like you told somebody. It's like you gave them a warning and said, whatever you think you're doing, if you think you're trying to set intentions or do spell work or whatever the fuck you think you're doing, like you might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. In whatever way you said that, yeah, you said something to someone and you did that with knowing. You did it in love. Whenever you, this is like, thank you. Be careful with me, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I come with a warning label. Be careful with me. Chosen. Do not disrespect, or your whole life could be taken from you without a check. Oh, without a check. Lord of mercy. Okay. In other words, with no warning. So somebody here, they did something. What you did in love. What you did in transparency. In this connection, whatever you did with light. You brought light and love and happiness and laughter into somebody's life. Empowerment even. And at some point, I see like you're guided to tell them, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, yes. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you're doing it, but you want to be careful with me, okay? Yeah, there's like a handle with care label on you. And you're like, if you, anybody, it's like you told them, anybody who disrespects me, violates me, tries to do anything against me, suffers swift karma, swift consequences. We still have karma at the bottom over here, okay? They suffer swift consequences, swift karma, swift repercussions. It's like the effect is immediate. I'm too protected. Don't play yourself. You told somebody whatever it was like this. Yeah, you did. You told them the truth about yourself, and then, you just went about happy, and, whatever happened in the middle, like, it's like, you don't regret this experience because you had a good time, but at the end of the day, it still ended up that way. Again, I heard again, it ended up that way. This person really did not know. So this person has some sort of spiritual gifts and stuff like that. They didn't know that you could overpower them. They thought that they had more. See, the thing is, they didn't really tell you too much about their spiritual gifts. Oh, and then I see this person has somebody around them. Yeah, so here's the thing. This person has somebody around them with a lot of spiritual gifts whispering in their ear, trying to control them. They're showing me the evil queen from the Once Upon a Time series, how she would get the hearts and she would whisper to the heart and have them talking. But really, it'd be her talking, right? And then the thing of it is, so somebody used the person on the other side of the table, the dead one, yeah, the death, yeah, used them like that, was speaking through them. But at the same, they were like a fucking golem. They were like a whole golem. But at the end of the day, because of the way you were, like, this person could not deny your psychic, your intuitive nature, because you kept hitting them at the crossroads every time they fucking lied. Every time they lied, you hit them at the crossroads. Yeah, every time. And they would plan their lie out. Like, I see them planning the whole lie. Planning what they're going to say, how they're going to make their move, how they're going to get away with it too. Why you kept busting them though? Yeah, like what Jasmine asked. She talking about, oh, I'm going to go with my mom. I'm going to go with my mom to the, over here. I forgot what she said she was going to do. It was too many years ago now. She said she was going to go do something with her mom. I said, yeah, right. You probably have some little, one of these women you be fucking around with around the corner, and you lying to me. Because she had a problem, and I had a problem, clearly. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to somebody got another woman around the corner. Lord of mercy. But, yeah, I busted her ass. And, you know, we wrestled for her phone that night. I'm telling you, it looked toxic as fuck on the surface. But that twin flame shit that was at the bottom of her, like, just let that go. Yeah, and it was right there in the phone. Just stay around the corner. I don't want Melinda to see you. See, I fucking told you that that's what you were doing. I knew you were doing that. I said it and I didn't even know it, right? That's the energy that I'm seeing right here in your actions in the light. So your crystal, whatever your trigger is that tells you somebody's up to some woo-woo and trying to control you, it hit you and you're like, stop. Fuck the gas pedal my ass. I'm finna hit the brake. Okay, stop. In the name of love is the energy, yeah. Because there's something came up. That shit came to light and you saw the attack. Yeah, and you were right. And it was a big, huge fucking deception there. It really was. Whatever they lied about, they lied. Lying ass. Oh, I hate when you call me. I bet you do hate when I call you a liar. How about quit lying and I'll stop calling you a liar, damn it. Six of Wands in the reverse. Your actions in the light stop somebody's shit dead in its tracks. I'll tell you that, man. They thought they were going to have success. They had planned a success with this deception. They had planned to overcome you in some sort of way, to take and make use of you in some sort of way. But your spirit team was like, I see them. Let me tell you what they were talking about in the other room that you didn't hear nothing about. And for whatever reason, you knew it. And like I said, at some point you told this person, be careful with me, okay? Yes, your heart comes with a, fragile, handle with care label warning on it. And they violated that and they screwed themselves up, didn't they? Yeah, they did. That's what I see with your actions in the light. Let's see the actions in the shadow. When you have to use your dark traits in a light fashion. Let's see. What do we have in the actions in the shadow? Or not. I heard or not. Sometimes you just whoop somebody ass. I heard that. Okay. Joy and light. Oh, but not in this case. You literally, if you used your actions in the shadow, however you used your actions in the shadow, you came from joy and light while doing it, baby. It was all about joy and light. But what do we have? Karma. Your actions in the shadow, that so low key, you were like, bitch, you gonna get yours. So you kind of delighted in the fact that they were gonna get some karma for a minute. That's the way I get it. And I do get it, but I just do want to say that it's the word karma twice in your spread at the same time. Although I'm finna shuffle this one and take a card, it's still there for the moment. Okay, so your actions in the shadow was, you know what, bitch, I'm just gonna let karma fuck you up. That's what it looks like, okay? Why you gotta use all that foul language? Oh my goodness. She's so pretty. Why does she have to talk like that? Lord have mercy. Karen, can you please go sit somewhere? All right. Actions in the shadow. What's the actions in the shadow? You let it for commitment. Yeah. Actions in the shadow. You're like, ooh, you gonna get yours for trying to bully me into a wedding. You gonna get yours for being married the whole time you were right here in my bed. Like, you gonna get yours. At some point, you got angry. I ain't even gonna lie. You got angry. That's what I see. Divine Feminine at the bottom of the deck. Again, because you probably even say, are you sure you're single? You're not married. You got a whole nother family somewhere. Lord of mercy. I was just talking about somebody had 2 families. Oh, yeah, was the reading talking about Papa was a rolling stone? That was the title of the reading. And that reading was totally on point for so many of you wrote in during the live and stuff. Anyhow. Yeah, you could have totally delighted that somebody was about to get fucked up on karma from either the way they did, ooh, I heard it, the way they did so for somebody here, this person was married at some point. Well, it was you or somebody else, but yeah, they had a whole affair, and for whatever reason, either you played karma for them if it wasn't you, because you weren't with the shit, or you were the karma. Whatever way, you was the karma. You were their karma. Illumination. Yeah, somebody here, it came to light that this person been married the whole time. Determination. They sure had to go. They sure had to go. They were trying to hide that stuff about the marriage. Oh, and I hear, yeah, their mouth opened up and told you the truth. They did not mean to, though. Oh, they sure was a bad actor. And they took a big risk with it. Yeah, they took a big risk coming around and talk to you. And as soon as you heard about some stuff during this commitment, as soon as that came to a light, that was a big risk. Yeah, the lovers further clarifying that there was a third-party situation, and with the Knight of Discs, that was a long-term third-party situation. Somebody had a long-term affair. Yeah. Well, as soon as they told you they had a long-term affair, you were done. You were done. You're like, what kind of person does that? Okay. This long-term affair for somebody here, this is not about relationships. What's that affair about? Yeah. Meanwhile, this person is developing feelings for you. Whoever this was, actions in the shadow. You let them, part of their karma was to think that they were going to get what they wanted with you. Lord of mercy. They were supposed to think that they had you where they wanted you. They were supposed to think that they were going to get you to marry them. They were supposed to think that you were falling for the shit, just like everybody else did. Wrong answer. No, you were their karma. You were their lesson. The messenger is here, honey. The message is loud and clear. Be careful with me. Okay, yeah. They try to play that same game, run that same game on you. They've been running on the other few. It don't work like that around here, though, I heard. Yeah. Page of Wands. That's going nowhere. It's in reverse. That's bad news. For who this King of Wands? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Somebody was trying to be dominant. They were trying to dominate this situation. Lord of mercy. They're going to have to think another. They're going to have to try another day. They might die another day if they haven't died already. I'm not trying to make jokes. I'm really not trying to make jokes. We're just saying what you gave us to say. What else do you want to say? Oh, yeah. Aren't you glad you didn't get caught up in this? Because in the beginning, you were buying all their woe is me stories. In the beginning, you were with the shit too, but you did not know. But once it was revealed to you, like, you got up on game and you got up out of there. And, you know, yeah, because at the end of the day, whatever it was that you learned the truth, whether it was they were trying to do magic on you, they did it to the last one they were with, they were lying about being married, all these different things came through. They had a whole nother family in a whole nother town, you know, whatever it was, like, that was a brick wall, not a brick house. That was a brick wall. Dead stop. Dead stop. Do not play these games around here. Yeah. Because, oh, Lord of mercy, Spirit can't get much clearer. It says discovering truth at the bottom of the deck. And then the impasse with the brick wall right there. Once you discovered the truth, it was over, right? And then again, but Spirit did it reiterate that, yeah, they could have been allowed to think. They were allowed to think they were getting away with the shit. That's their way to clear or seal the karma. You know, and some of us have an energy that's set up in such a way that we're perfect. We are perfect to let that fool clear and seal the karma. Now, as far as it pertains to you, though, you need to know something. When Spirit allows your energy to be used in this sort of a way, sometimes it could look like, oh, you had to give up this, that, or the other. They got away with this, that, or the other. They stole this, that, or the other. It cost you this, that, or the other. You know what I'm saying? It could look that way on the surface. But what Spirit wants to remind you is anytime your experience allows for sealing or clearing of karma, it comes with rewards. Anything that was lost in the process, anything that was stolen, is always replaced with something better. It's like you get the new upgraded version. And or more of it or them, or, you know. So if they stole money, congratulations, you're gonna get way more money multiplied. Okay, if they stole clients, if they stole belongings, if they stole memories, if they stole your time, whatever they think they got away with that Seven of Swords over there, baby, they ain't got away with the damn thing. They did not. Everything, whatever they just show me, like, the money just melts in their wallet. It disintegrates. It turns into nothing, dust in their wallet. Anything they buy with any of the money before that happens, Lord of mercy, let them buy a car. Let them buy a car. Let them buy a car. That fucking car is going to probably take their mother-loving life. The way this energy is, because whatever this is they did, it was no lightweight shit. It wasn't just mumbling some shit under their breath against you. No, they had a real, let me see. I want to know. Hold on, let me get another deck of cards, because I done used them. I'm looking, do I have any other deck? Oh, I do. I'll say I'm looking, do I have any other decks? What was this person after? They were after something. They were doing something. I got the T Oracle. Lord of mercy, we finna get into the shit real quick. Because I'm telling you, whatever they thought that they were getting over on you about. Yeah, no. Like, let's say, for example, we're talking about your cake. They stole your cake and they ate it too. That shit gonna have them sitting on the toilet squirting out their ass for days type of shit, right? Squirting out their ass for days. This is gonna give them a stomach ache, like has some they allergic to nuts, got nuts in it. They gonna be needing an EpiPen, a doctor, and some more shit. Have they face all screwed up, tightened up, and some more that can't breathe. Somebody gonna die because they can't. You shouldn't be taking shit that don't fucking belong to you. Because if you think you get away with it, trust and believe God knows what you did. And although the cake was just fine and everybody else that had nut allergies didn't have no problem because it didn't really have no nuts in the piece of cake, when they ate it, the fucking thief ate it, oh, it's got nuts and the motherfucker got nut allergies. And all of a sudden now just their slice of cake got nuts in it. Enough to kill a mucker hucker who like them little thief too. Like that. They go buy a car. That car, whole fucking axle gonna fly off while they're driving 90 miles an hour, cutting some nice, totally decent people off on the highway, and boom, right into the wall, head first. Done. Life over. Game over. Whatever they did was fucking nasty. And look, bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicities. But when I look at this, somebody, oh Lord of mercy, they were trying to put something in your food. Because this looks like, I know. So somebody, yes, it's exactly what you see on the card. Bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicities. But when I looked at this, it's like they try to put something in your food. Whether that was intention, poison, something that was, you know, some of these people, they'd be putting just the nastiest shit in the food. That's what I can tell you. Yeah. And this one over here. Threatening. Intimidating, threatened, bothered. Yeah, they tried. What they try to do with you? Well, first off, it looked like they tried to hurt you through your food. Honestly, that's what I saw. Legal issues. They was trying to get you caught up legally. What did they think they were getting away with? What was their plan? Scarcity tactics and haunted. Oh, they wanted, so what, somebody here, again, this is like a love spell they try to do to make you marry them legally, to make you give up your money, your position, sign your deeds over and some shit. They try to feed you something. They was trying to make somebody a spiritual hater, Lord of mercy. They were trying to feed you something, feed something into your soul. And I've seen this before. Yeah, if you slept next to this person and you probably just got pricklies on your arm right now. You got goosebumps. Did all the hairs just raise? Because I just seen this person while you knocked out sleeping. They're up, whispering in your ear, trying to speak to your subconscious and program you. You love me so much. You'll die if you leave me. Sign all over it. Put me as your beneficiary on everything. You're going to leave everything to me in your will. Forget your kids. You don't care about them little assholes anyway. All that type of shit. All that type of shit is what they were after about you. And they really were using some sort of amulet, some sort of crystal, some sort of something, trying to get at you like this. Lord of mercy. Well, what's going to happen? What's their karma look like? Do we really care? I heard, do we really care? Fake accounts. You know what? They're going to go into their accounts. They're already having their accounts are being hacked. Their accounts are being hacked. Yep. Their accounts are being hacked. That's one thing that's happening. That's what I saw. What else? What's the consequences look like? Consequences look like, oh, all that same shit that they were hating at the bottom of the deck towards you is coming to their house. Yep. They wanted to marry you for your money. They thought they could control the honey. And yeah, they can't. And so guess what? Now they thought they married. They want to kiss your ass so bad. So part of their repercussions is, you know, they didn't feel like they learned their lesson after you. You were the one that got away. So they went to try it again. They went to try it again. And when they went to try it again, they married for money. Like they actually married for money this time. But little to find out, the whole time, the person they married for their money didn't have no fucking money. It was all a fucking scam. It was all a fucking scam. This person lives a lifestyle due to the connections that they have access to shit. This fool who was trying to do some shit to you Went and found them another target. Oh, that's a great target. This is even better than the tribe was. Oh, so yeah, let's get married. Yeah, let's do. So, you know, we got two fake fucks here. We got this person looking like they're a real good catch and a real good match and all that. And we got that one over there that they don't know. They're a scammer too. That's not their house. That's not their car. They don't own that company. It's all a lie. They were trying to scam this one. So what happened? Two scammers got together and ended up with nothing but a marriage certificate that looked like a whole death certificate. Lord of mercy. That's exactly what they deserve. It's like, can we throw all the pedos on the same island? Let's throw all the other, you know, wife beaters on the same island. Let's go ahead and take and throw all the, you know, scammers on one island. Manipulators. Let's just give them all their own islands and they can all just say, oh, thank you. I love that. That's gorgeous. So Spirit was like, yeah, we told you this was going to happen a long time ago. You sure did. And they did. I can't even tell you. It must have been, let me see, at least 5 to 7 or 8 years ago where Spirit sat us down during a reading. And they were talking about a download is going to come to every human mind. Everybody's waiting for Jesus to come back on a chariot in the sky. But God's Spirit showed me it's going to be one download that hits every human brain at the same time. And anybody that's in alignment with Christic consciousness, got that golden heart condition, you're going to be able to see the bullshit walking from a mile away. You're going to see their vibe. You're going to see their low vibration. If they're working against it, if they got it turned off, the only people they're going to be, in other words, it's like islands. It's just like islands, but it's based off of energy. It's based off of alignment. It's based off of frequency. Your frequency matching frequency is actually going to work. Ooh, that's a big deal. They just cut me off and said something. Yeah, the reverse magnetic flow of the Earth's core allowed for them to align with vibrations they were not vibrationally aligned with. Just like it used to allow their fucking stupid spells and black magic to work on the tribe. And they used to be able to siphon all your energy and energy harvest you. But now that the Earth's core is flowing correctly, the vibrations are aligning with matching vibrations. What's like unto itself is attracted. The law of attraction has been fucked up all these years. That's new. Thank you. New shit. I love getting new downloads. OMG, this is huge. This is fucking huge. So the universal law says like unto like is what's like unto itself is attracted. Yes, that is the laws of attraction. But the key component was missing. What happens when the magnetic core of Earth is flowing backwards from the way it was divinely designed? It allowed for the negative entities to attract the light entities, and light entities to attract negative entities. And so they were literally attracting their opposites. So that's why that's awesome. Oh, wow. So much is coming through. That's why. 2026 is a year where finally the flow of the Earth's core magnetics has been going in its proper divinely designed direction long enough and consistently enough, because you have to remember it was flowing in reverse for thousands of years due to an ancient curse, and it took so long to slow it down enough from in the reverse, which was counterclockwise, and it took so long to bring it to a stop. It had to come to a full stop. It had to come to a full stop in order to be able to begin to spin in the clockwise direction of divine design. It's like a freight train. It takes so many miles to hit the brakes and actually come to a stop so it can flip and go the opposite direction on the same track. You imagine the Earth's core It's been spinning nonstop since creation. And now it needs to come to a stop so that it can spin in the correct direction again. And they said it took the 5 years from 2021 to 2026 for it to pick up its pace, flowing in the right direction. Oh, thank you. They said when the Earth's course stopped, finally. Okay, all right. I digress. Go back to 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar. What they were tapped into was the time when the brakes started getting hit on the flow of the magnetic core of Earth. It took a long freaking time. Then 2020, magic was done by these awesome, empowered, divine, authentic beings. Energy work was done that gave the final, like the break to stop the flow of the Earth's core in the reverse. They didn't know that that's what they were doing, but because of their intention of clearing karma and autocorrect in full effect for humanity, the way divine designed them to be, it gave the juice, it gave the final stop to the Earth's core spinning. That's when the quarantine happened. From that day, the Earth's core began to spin clockwise. But it's just like a fucking freight train. It didn't go from stop to spinning like crazy. No, it took a while to pick up momentum. And then it took 5 years till 2026 for it to pick up enough momentum. And it hasn't completely, because when did the quarantine start? They're giving me March. They're giving me new zodiac calendar. End of March, beginning of April type of energy, type of time. They're saying, this is easy enough. Let me get my phone. We're going to find out right fucking now. What day did the worldwide quarantine start? Hold on. January 31st. That don't make sense. Was that it? No, timeline. Can you just give me the answer? Why I gotta see all this? What day? Let me ask it again. Did the worldwide quarantine start? In 2020. I swear it was March. I could be crazy. In America. Oh, Dios mío. You don't want to give me the fucking date. Anyways, back to the point. Fuck the date. I'll look that shit up later. Point is, when that happened, they showed me, I asked, how long is this going to last? They gave me the 5 of Wands. I tried to play it in my head and say 5 days. But I knew they meant 5 years. I fucking knew they meant 5 years. Thank God it wasn't 5 years long of quarantine. But 5 years was how long it was going to take for the Earth's core to pick up pace, going in the divinely designed direction of clockwise, so that like can attract like instead of like attract opposite. And that was the fucking point. And if you get it, then you get it. I don't know what else to say, but I'm done. I got to get out of here because, yeah. See, in Spain was in March, the quarantine. That's what I'm saying. It was in March. I swear it is in March. Because that was the time when the lawyer came to visit and I had to close my shop down. I swear it was in March. I could be mistaken, but I really think it was in March. Now, they might have been talking about the shit since January, but I'm pretty sure that the quarantine was in March. And if that's true, well, let me just say, 2026 was off with a bang. It's going fucking awesome around here. Put some in the comments. How's your 2026 starting? Is it feeling more alignment? Because mine is. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody I meet, everything is going my way. Everything is working beautifully. I can't even lie. There's room for more, but my life is on 10. You know what I'm saying? Babe, my life is on 10. The better it gets, the better it gets. And 2026 is getting great. Yeah, see, Janelle, she said March. Soulful Sade said March. So that's what I thought. So that means 2020, that means the Earth's core is picking up speed every day. By the time March hits, baby, like attracts like. Check your own energy. Okay, back to the reason why this all started coming out, because they were reminding me that years ago, Spirit showed me the day would come where the ones who have the Christic consciousness and who are not fighting basically the calling of their own soul to reconcile with itself would easily be able to telepathically be aware of that asshole over there is low vibrational. Stay the fuck away from that one. Don't let them over here. And it's like they would be walking around with a huge sensor on them or something. Like they would be walking around with a fucking big old red, you know how back in that book they made them wear the red letter A if there was an adulterer? Yeah, it was something like that. Like it's gonna be tattooed on their forehead, but energetically. And the thing of it is, they don't have access to that. If they're not aligning with their soul, if they're not reconciling themselves, if they're not doing their own healing path, if they didn't choose this shit, that's fine. They have the right not to. But that means they don't get access. They don't get the all access pass. They don't get the all access path to what? The fully awakened DNA strand. That means you've got abilities, baby. You got abilities. Your psychic, telepathic, divine, authentic abilities are kicking up the pace. The Earth's core magnetics are in support. Like attracts like actually can be true now, and it's becoming more and more true every day, but it wasn't always that way. That's why so many divine ones are used to having shit in their hand. But right now, the only thing that can keep landing shit in your hand is if you keep claiming it, believing it, owning it, and expecting it. If you could just open up the smallest possibility that things will get better, that's good enough. That's all it takes, because from there you put yourself in alignment. If things are still quite shitty in your hand right now, I would encourage you to use an empowering question in this situation and say, how does it get any better than this? Excuse me, confirmation. As the release came from my body, a whole burp all on the live, Lord of mercy. So what was that empowering question again? How does it get any better than this? Yeah, use it. If life is looking gloom and doom, how does it get any better than this? Just keep opening your mind with that question to the possibility and let the universe show you how it gets any better than this, right? Try to stop expecting the shitstorm that all the people were living all of our lives up until this time, who were really good people. They had it so hard because the magnetics were in reverse. And so like was not attracting like was attracting opposite. For all of our parents' lives and our grandparents and our great-grandparents, and that shit been handed down for decades. But it's been corrected now. It's about damn time. I hope you got all of that. The last little bit of this message is my favorite part. So I really know that if you stood here to the end, whoa, it was meant for you. Because when I started talking about all that, even my soul showed me some people clicked off. It was too deep for them. As long as we were talking shit about people trying to use black magic and stuff, they could handle that conversation. But some people couldn't handle the conversation when it went into the mind mechanics and the energy mechanics of why shit has been the way it has and what has really changed and where is your power now. So from the Spiritual AF Oracle, I'm going to close you out with one last card. And it says, things get harder before you level up. Know that. You're working hard and making a good life choices, and then out of nowhere, a shitstorm starts and you can't figure out why. It's like a mountain climber's getting to the peak. It's steeper and weather is worse up there, but if they were to give up or spend time crying about why it's so hard, no one would ever get to the top of Everest. Most of us would rather chop off a hand than climb a snow-covered mountain. But it's still a great metaphor for making shit happen. Honey, that card was perfect because that's pretty much what we just talked about. The shit has hit the fan. It's a change coming because it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. All right, that's what I have for you, my darling. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out. Mwah.